The rain-slicked streets of Manhattan gleamed like shattered glass under the sodium lamps as Cody slammed the cab door, his heart pounding harder than the thunder rumbling overhead. "You don't understand," Sean's voice echoed in his mind from the frantic phone call an hour ago, laced with a desperation Cody had never heard from his unflappable boss. By the time Cody burst into the penthouse elevator, soaked to the bone, he knew whatever waited behind those gilded doors would unravel everything he thought he knew about loyalty, desire, and the fragile line between mentor and lover. Cody wiped the rain from his face with the sleeve of his drenched button-down, the fabric clinging to his lean frame like a second skin. The elevator hummed upward, each floor a ticking bomb in his chest. Sean Whitaker, 42, Silver Fox handsome, the kind of man who commanded boardrooms with a single arched eyebrow, had never sounded so broken. "Come over. Now." "I need you," he'd said, the words slurring just enough to hint at the whiskey already flowing. Cody, 28 and still proving himself as the junior analyst at Whitaker and Associates, had dropped everything: the half-eaten takeout in his Brooklyn walk-up, the unanswered texts from his on-again, off-again hookup, even the gnawing doubt that this was a trap. The doors slid open with a soft chime, revealing the sprawling expanse of Sean's Upper East Side penthouse. Floor-to-ceiling windows framed the storm-lashed skyline, lightning forking across the Hudson like veins of regret. Sean stood at the bar, back turned, pouring amber liquid into a tumbler with hands that trembled ever so slightly. He was in his usual after-hours armor, crisp white shirt unbuttoned at the collar, sleeves rolled to expose forearms corded with quiet strength, dark slacks hugging his athletic build. The air smelled of aged oak and ozone, a cocktail of comfort and chaos. "Cody," Sean said without turning, his voice a gravelly murmur that sent a shiver down Cody's spine unrelated to the wet chill. "You came. Wouldn't miss it," Cody replied, forcing levity into his tone as he shrugged off his jacket, water pooling at his feet on the polished hardwood. He crossed the room, pulse thundering, drawn like a moth to the flame of Sean's silhouette. Close, the lines around his boss's eyes were deeper, shadowed by something raw and unspoken. Sean finally faced him, those piercing blue eyes locking on like spotlights, and handed over the drink. Their fingers brushed electric, deliberate, and Cody's breath hitched. "Sit," Sean commanded softly, gesturing to the leather armchair by the fireplace, where flames danced in artificial warmth. Cody obeyed, sinking into the cushions, the whiskey burning a path to his gut as he watched Sean pace. The man who orchestrated multimillion-dollar mergers with the precision of a surgeon was unraveling, and Cody was the unwitting witness. "It's over," Sean said abruptly, stopping to grip the mantel, knuckles whitening. "Everything. The firm, my marriage, my goddamn life." The words hung heavy, a confession ripped from the depths. Cody's mind reeled. Marriage? Sean had never mentioned a wife. Not in the late-night strategy sessions or the team-building retreats where his charisma lit up the room like fireworks. Whispers in the office painted him as the eternal bachelor, a playboy who charmed clients and dodged commitments with equal finesse. "Sean, slow down," Cody urged, setting his glass aside and leaning forward. "What happened?" "The call. You sounded like hell." Sean laughed, a bitter bark that echoed off the walls. He turned, eyes glassy with unshed tears or more liquor. Cody couldn't tell. "Hell? Try purgatory, kid. 20 years building an empire, and it crumbles because of one stupid mistake." He crossed to the window, pressing his forehead against the cool glass, rain streaking down like accusations. I invited you here tonight because, God, I don't even know. You're the only one I trust. The only one who sees me, not the suit. Cody's throat tightened. Trust. That word had been their unspoken bond since day one, when Sean had plucked him from the intern pool, recognizing the fire in Cody's pitch on sustainable investments. Late hours turned into mentorship into something electric, stolen glances over conference tables, a hand lingering on a shoulder during presentations. Cody had buried his crush deep, chalking it up to hero worship, but nights like this, they cracked the facade. Tell me, Cody said, voice steady despite the storm inside. He rose, closing the distance, close enough to catch the faint scent of Sean's cologne, sandalwood and smoke, mingling with the rain on his own skin. Sean's breath was ragged, chest rising and falling, and for a heartbeat, Cody imagined bridging that gap, pulling him into an embrace that said everything words couldn't. Sean exhaled sharply, turning to face him. Their eyes met, and in that charged silence, the world narrowed to the space between them. She's leaving me. Took the kids, half the assets, and leaked the emails, the ones proving I cooked the books on the Vanguard deal. His voice cracked on the last word, vulnerability stripping him bare. Embezzlement? Fraud? The Whitaker empire, built on ethical investing, rotten at the core. Cody's stomach plummeted. Jesus, Sean, he whispered, reaching out instinctively, his hand landing on Sean's arm. The muscle tensed under his palm, warm and alive, and Sean didn't pull away. Instead, he covered Cody's hand with his own, a gesture both anchoring and adrift. I've been fighting it for months, Sean continued, his thumb tracing slow circles over Cody's knuckles, igniting sparks. The pressure. It broke me. But you're the light in this mess. Your ideas, your fire. I see myself in you, Cody. The man I used to be before the lies piled up. Cody's heart hammered, a cocktail of shock and longing surging through him. This was his boss, his idol, crumbling and clinging to him like a lifeline. We can fix this, he said fiercely, stepping closer, their bodies inches apart now. Fight the divorce. Spin the narrative. I'll stand with you, testify, whatever it takes. Sean's gaze dropped to Cody's lips, then back up, dark with a hunger that mirrored Cody's own buried desires. You don't get it, he murmured, voice husky. I don't want to fix it. I want to burn it all down and start over. With you. The words detonated like lightning, shattering the air. Cody froze, breath caught, as Sean closed the gap, his free hand cupping Cody's jaw with a tenderness that belied the desperation in his eyes. Time suspended, the rain's patter fading, the city's hum distant, as Sean's lips brushed his, tentative at first, then deepening with a fervor that tasted of whiskey and regret. Cody melted into it, hands fisting in Sean's shirt, pulling him closer, the kiss a dam breaking after months of restraint. They broke apart gasping, foreheads pressed together, the world remade in that stolen moment. Sean, Cody breathed, voice wrecked. This. It's real. Realer than anything, Sean replied, his smile ghosting across Cody's skin as he trailed kisses down his neck. Stay. Tonight. Let me show you. Cody nodded, lost in the haze, As Sean led him toward the bedroom, the storm outside paling against the one igniting within. Clothes shed in a trail of urgency. Wet shirt peeled away. Slacks kicked aside. Their bodies collided on silk sheets, hands exploring with a reverence born of longing. Sean's touch was everywhere, reverent on Cody's scars from a rough childhood, demanding on the curve of his hip, whispering praises that made Cody arch and gasp. It was messy, passionate, a collision of mentor and mentee, boss and equal, straight-laced facade and hidden truths. As they lay tangled afterward, sweat slicked and sated, Sean's fingers traced lazy patterns on Cody's chest. "I never thought I'd find this," he admitted softly, vulnerability returning like the tide. "Not with the life I built. But you. You make me want to be better." Cody turned, propping on an elbow to study Sean's face in the dim light, strong jaw softened by stubble, eyes holding a piece he'd never seen. "Then let's be better together," he said, sealing it with a kiss. For the first time, the future felt like possibility, not peril. But dawn crept in with cruel clarity. Cody woke to the buzz of his phone, voicemails from the office, urgent texts about an emergency board meeting. Sean was already up, staring out at the lightning sky, a tumbler in hand again. "We need to talk strategy," he said, tone shifting to business crispness. "The leak, it's bad. FBI might get involved." The afterglow shattered. Cody dressed quickly, the intimacy of hours before feeling like a dream. As they hashed out a plan over coffee, lawyers, PR spins, alibis, Sean's phone rang incessantly. Each call tightened the knot in Cody's gut, a reminder that this bubble was fragile. By noon, they were in Sean's office downtown, the glass walls a fishbowl for prying eyes. Colleagues shot sidelong glances, whispers slithering like smoke. "Heard Whitaker's toast," one murmured as Cody passed. Sean's hand brushed his lower back in passing, a secret anchor, but the weight of eyes made it feel like exposure. That evening, back at the penthouse, the cracks widened. Sean paced, phone glued to his ear, barking orders at his attorney. "No, we don't settle. Fight dirty if we have to." Cody watched from the couch, the whiskey from last night souring in his memory. When Sean hung up, his face was a mask of fury. "She's gunning for everything. Even dragging you into it. Says you're my weak link, that I promoted you because you're—" He trailed off, eyes flicking to Cody with apology. "Because I'm what?" Cody pressed, standing, the air thickening. Sean hesitated, then sighed. "Because I'm fucking you. Or will be. In her narrative." The word landed like a slap. Cody recoiled, heat flushing his cheeks. "Is that all this is? A rumor to spin?" "No!" Sean surged forward, grabbing Cody's arms. "It's us. Real. But she's twisting it to destroy me." Cody searched his eyes, finding truth amid the storm. "Then let her try. We're in this." They fell into bed again that night, slower this time, reaffirming with touches that spoke of defiance. Sean's lips on Cody's collarbone, whispering, "You're my salvation." Cody believed it, lost in the rhythm of their bodies, the way Sean gasped his name like a prayer. Weeks blurred into a haze of damage control. Office rumors festered. Cody fielded stares, anonymous emails hinting at special favors. Sean grew distant, buried in depositions, but their nights were sanctuaries. Stolen dinners in hidden bistros, walks along the high line where hands intertwined under the cover of dusk. "I love you," Sean said one evening, against the railing overlooking the Hudson, wind tousling his hair. Cody's heart soared, 3 words heavier than any merger. "I love you too," he echoed, kissing him fiercely, the city their witness. But love, Cody learned, was a luxury in a war zone. The betrayal came swift and surgical. It was a Friday, rain lashing the windows again, when Sean's ex-wife, Elena, dropped the bomb in a tabloid exclusive, Tycoon's Double Life, Affairs, Fraud, and a Vulnerable Protégé. Photos splashed across the spread. Cody and Sean at that highline walk, blurred but unmistakable, lips locked. Accompanying it, affidavits alleging Sean had groomed Cody for the affair to cover his embezzlement, painting Cody as the naive pawn. Cody stared at the screen in Sean's office, nausea rising. "You leaked this," he whispered, betrayal coiling like ice in his veins. Sean blanched, shaking his head. "God, no. Elena, she must have had a PI tailing us." But doubt festered. Why hadn't Sean warned him? Why the secrecy? That night, confrontation erupted. "You used me," Cody accused, voice breaking as he packed a bag in the guest room. From the start, the promotion, the late nights. It was all a setup. Sean blocked the door, desperation raw. "Cody, listen." "No." Tears burned hot. "You invited me for drinks that first night, and I fell for it. For you. But this," he thrust the tablet at Sean, the headline screaming. "You're dragging me down with you." Sean's face crumpled, reaching out. "I swear, it's not." Cody shoved past, the door slamming like finality. Rain swallowed him on the street below, cab lights blurring through tears. Betrayed, exposed, his career in tatters, yet beneath the rage, ache for what they glimpsed. Real, flawed love. The subway rattled Cody home through the downpour, each jolt an echo of his fracturing world. Brooklyn welcomed him with indifferent gray. His cramped apartment a shoebox of regrets, posters peeling from damp walls, the faint hum of neighbors arguing through thin plaster. He collapsed on the futon, phone exploding with notifications, colleagues unfriending him on LinkedIn, a voicemail from HR summoning him for discussion, texts from friends laced with pity. "Dude, what the hell?" Front page of the Post. He silenced it all, curling into himself, the scent of Sean's cologne still clinging to his skin like a ghost. Love. What a cruel joke. Sean had cracked him open, only to let the world pour salt in the wound. Sleep came fitful, dreams tangled with boardroom battles and stolen kisses, waking him drenched in sweat by dawn. Monday loomed like executioner's day. Cody dragged himself to the office, collar stiff against his throat, eyes burning from unshed tears. The elevator ride was a gauntlet, stairs boring into him, whispers sharpening like knives. Slut climbed the ladder on his back. Someone hissed as doors closed. He kept his chin up, channeling the fire Sean had once praised. But inside, he was ash. Sean's office door was ajar. The man himself at his desk, tie loosened, face haggard under the fluorescent glare. He looked up as Cody entered, relief flickering before guilt snuffed it. "Cody, thank God. We need to save it," Cody cut in, voice steel despite the tremor. He dropped the printed article on the desk, photos glaring up accusingly. HR wants me in an hour. Probably to fire my ass for ethics violations. Your mess. Sean rose, rounding the desk with hands outstretched. It's not mine. Elena's spinning lies to bankrupt me. I have proof emails showing she knew about the books. Pushed me into it. His eyes pleaded. Blue depth stormy. Sit. Please. Let me explain. Against his better judgment, Cody sank into the chair, arms crossed like armor. Sean paced, words tumbling. The marriage a facade for years, Elena's ambition fueling the firm's risky deals. Their arrangement where she turned a blind eye to his discreet flings, as long as they stayed discreet. Then you came along, Sean said, stopping to lean against the desk, close enough for Cody to feel his warmth. Not a fling. You saw through the bullshit. Made me want more. Cody's resolve wavered. Memories flooding. Sean's laugh over bad takeout. The way he'd murmur encouragements during presentations. And the photos? You knew we were tailed. Sean shook his head, anguish etching lines deeper. I suspected. Hired security after the leak, but too late. I wanted to protect you, transfer you to a satellite office, get you clear. But I couldn't let go. The admission hung. A bridge or a noose. Cody stood, chest tight. You should have told me. From the start. Instead, I'm collateral. Before Sean could reply, a knock, HR, efficient and cold. Mr. Reynolds, a word. Cody followed her out, Sean's gaze a weight on his back. The meeting was a blur. Questions veiled as concerns, implications of impropriety, a leave of absence with pay that felt like exile. For the firm's reputation, she said, I sympathetic but firm. Cody nodded numbly, signing papers that severed his lifeline. Back in the hall, Sean waited, leaning against the wall like a man awaiting verdict. What did they say? Out till it blows over. Or doesn't. Cody's laugh was hollow. Guess I'm free to be your scandal boy. Sean pulled him into an empty conference room, door clicking shut. This ends now. I'm countersuing, exposing her complicity. And us? We go public. Fight together. Cody searched his face, finding sincerity amid the wreckage. Public? You? The golden boy of Wall Street? It'll destroy you. Worth it? Sean whispered, drawing him close. Their kiss was desperate, a reclaiming, lips bruising, hands clutching as if to fuse souls. I lost everything once. Won't lose you. They parted breathless, foreheads touching. Okay, Cody murmured. But on my terms. No more secrets. The pact sealed. They dove into battle. Days bled into strategy sessions, not in boardrooms, but Cody's apartment, takeout boxes littering the coffee table, laptops glowing with legal briefs. Sean shed his polish, unshaven, in sweats, laughing at Cody's sarcastic quips about Elena's vindictive Botox empire. Intimacy wove through it. Lazy mornings tangled in sheets. Sean's head on Cody's chest. Heartbeat a lullaby. Evenings where touches turned heated. Bodies mapping forgiveness in the dark. Yet doubt lingered. A shadow in Cody's periphery. Late one night, scrolling through Discovery docs Sean had shared, Cody found it, an email chain, innocuous at first. Sean to Elena, post-divorce filing, keep the kid quiet about Reynolds. He's leverage if things go south. Leverage. The word clawed at him, twisting love to manipulation. He confronted Sean at dawn, over cooling coffee, voice steady but eyes accusatory. Leverage? That's me. Sean paled, snatching the printout. Out of context. Bullshit. Cody's world tilted. Betrayal's second strike deeper. You dangled me as bait, even after us. Sean reached across the table, but Cody jerked back. It was early, before I knew. Before I fell. Tears welled in Sean's eyes, uncharacteristic. I burned it all, Cody. For you. The plea hung, raw and human. Cody wanted to believe, to sink back into those arms that promised redemption. But trust, once shattered, left shards. I need space, he said finally, standing. Real space. Not your penthouse exile. Sean nodded, broken. Whatever you need. Just don't disappear. Cody left. The doors click an echo of finality. Streets buzzed with autumn crispness. Leaves skittering like his thoughts. Central Park a blur of joggers and dog walkers oblivious to his unraveling. He wandered, ending at a dive bar in the village, the kind with sticky floors and jukebox crooners. Beers blurred the edges, but not the ache. Love's double-edged sword, cutting deepest when true. A tap on his shoulder, Jake, an old college flame, all easy smiles and broad shoulders, nursing a pint. Cody? Holy shit, man. Saw the headlines. You okay? They talked. Jake's presence a bomb, uncomplicated, familiar. Laughter flowed. Stories of wild semesters resurfacing. And when Jake's hand covered his, Cody didn't pull away. It wasn't Sean, no fire, no depth, but it was safe. A rebound kiss in the alley, rain-slicked and urgent, tasted of escape. Guilt crashed later, alone in bed. Sean's texts lighting his phone. Miss you. Fights on, Elena's dropping claims. Proof attached. Court filings. Her signature yielding. Victory. Pyrrhic without Cody. He ghosted back. Torn. Days stretched. Job hunt fruitless, resumes tainted by scandal. Freelance gigs trickled. Market analysis for startups. Coffee-fueled nights in cafes. Sean called once. Voice wrecked. Press conference tomorrow. Announcing the split. The truth. Wish you were here. Cody hung up. Heart splintering. The TV that night showed it. Sean at the podium. Poised but pained. Admitting faults. Vowing reform. Personal failings don't define us, he said. Eyes scanning the crowd as if searching. Love does. And I found mine. The words gutted Cody. He texted, watched. Proud. Space still. Winter bit early. Snow dusting the bridges like forgotten promises. Cody threw himself into therapy. Sessions unpacking daddy issues. The allure of powerful men. The terror of vulnerability. You're worthy alone, his counselor said. Words sinking slow. Holiday lights twinkled mockingly when Sean appeared at his door. Unannounced. Coat dusted white. Heard you're consulting now. Good. Pause. Eyes searching. Can we talk? Really talk. Cody stepped aside. The apartment a mess of takeout and drafts. They sat on the futon. Tea steaming between them like truce flags. Sean spoke first. The countersuit won. Elena exiled to Europe with a settlement. The firm stabilizing under new ethics. But it's hollow without you. Cody listened. Walls cracking. I saw the email. It broke me. Sean nodded. No deflection. I was scared. Weak. But I changed because of you. He pulled a folder from his coat. Cody's name on it, a job offer from a rival firm, brokered quietly. Not leverage. A fresh start. If you want it. The gesture undid him, selfless, redemptive. Tears spilled, and Sean pulled him close. No demands, just holding. I love you, Sean whispered. Always will. Stay or go. That's yours. Cody clung, the dam breaking. Stay, he murmured, lips finding Sean's in forgiveness's fire. They made love slow, rediscovering, touches tentative then fervent, bodies whispering vows. Dawn found them entwined, snow falling soft outside. Spring thawed the chill. Cody took the offer, but on his terms, remote mostly, building his own path. Sean proposed therapy together, dates in low-key spots, jazz clubs in Harlem, picnics in Prospect Park. Love deepened, human and flawed arguments over dishes, make-up sex in the shower, quiet nights sharing fears. One evening, rooftop bar overlooking the skyline, Sean knelt, ring glinting, simple platinum band. Marry me? Not for show. For us. Cody's yes was a laugh through tears, the city cheering below. But redemption's path was paved with more than good intentions. It wound through minefields of memory and mistrust. The engagement announcement leaked, inevitable in their fishbowl world, sparking a media frenzy. From scandal to same-sex nuptials, Whitaker's redemption arc? Headlines blared. Paparazzi swarming Cody's freelance office like locusts. He dodged them with hoodies and back alleys, but the intrusion chafed, a reminder that their love was public property. Sean, ever the strategist, hired a PR firm, discreet spins framing their story as resilience, not sleaze. Charity galas became their stage. Arms linked, smiles polished, donations to LGBTQ plus youth shelters pouring in. See, Sean murmured during one, hand warm on Cody's lower back. Turning poison to purpose. Cody nodded, but unease simmered. At home, doubts surfaced in quiet moments. Sean buried in work again, phone buzzing with old associates. Just closing loops, he'd say, kissing Cody's temple. Trust rebuilt was fragile glass. The first real fracture came midsummer, heat wave baking the city into submission. Cody returned from a client lunch to find Sean on the penthouse balcony. Phone to ear, voice low and urgent. Can't risk it now. Elena's watching. Click. He turned, startled, forcing a smile. Hey, babe. Early day. Cody's gut twisted. Echoes of that damning email. Who was that? Sean waved it off. Lawyer. Loose ends on the settlement. But his eyes skated away, and Cody's blood ran cold. That night, over rooftop dinner, steak sizzling, wine flowing, Cody pressed. No more half-truths. Remember, Sean sighed, setting down his fork. It's nothing. A contact from the old days offering intel on a competitor. But with the wedding. Optics. Optics, Cody echoed, bitterness sharp. Always optics. Am I your husband-to-be or your PR shield? The argument escalated, words flying like sparks. Sean's defensiveness, Cody's accusations of patterns unbroken. You think I'm betraying you again? Sean shouted, standing, glass shattering on tile. After everything? I think you're scared, Cody shot back, voice cracking. Scared of real messy, unpolished love. So you control it, like every deal. Silence fell, heavy as the humid air. Sean deflated, sinking back, face ashen. Maybe you're right. He reached for Cody's hand, tentative. I built walls for survival. But with you, they're crumbling. And it terrifies me. Cody softened, threading fingers through Sean's. Terrifies me too. But we face it. Together, they made up in the rain that broke the heat, shower steam and sighs. Bodies slick, reaffirming in whispers. I choose you, Sean breathed against his neck. Every day, fall brought wedding frenzy. Invitations etched in silver. Venue hunts in the Hamptons. Cody's mom flying in from Ohio, eyes wide at the penthouse opulence. He's a keeper, she whispered after meeting Sean, her hug fierce. Don't let go. Cody smiled, but nights alone. He scrolled old articles, paranoia nibbling. Photos of Sean with Elena at galas, their perfect facade. Was he just the upgrade, the safe harbor after her storm? The betrayal's shadow loomed largest at the bachelor party. Sean's idea, low-key at a speakeasy in Soho. Jake showed, invited by mutual friends, all bro hugs and beers. Congrats, man, Jake said, clapping Cody's shoulder, eyes lingering a beat too long. Later, buzzed, Jake cornered him in the bathroom. You sure about this? Whitaker's type. They burn bright, but hot. Cody bristled. What are you saying? Jake shrugged. Earnest. Heard whispers. Still tangled with her world. Be careful. Dismissed as jealousy, but seeds planted. Home late. Sean asleep. Cody rifled his briefcase, habit born of hurt. Tucked in a folder, a burner phone receipt, dated last month. Heart pounding, he woke Sean. Explain this. Sean's grogginess fled to panic. Cody, now, resigned. Sean confessed. The call months back was to an old colleague, dangling dirt on Elena for leverage in custody battles. I ended it. Swear. But you didn't tell me. Cody's voice rose, betrayal fresh. We vowed transparency. I thought I was protecting us. Sean pleaded, on his knees now, grabbing Cody's hands. The wedding's weeks away. Didn't want to taint it. Taint? Cody yanked free, storming to the door. Your secrets are the taint. He left, crashing at a hotel, the city lights mocking his solitude. Dawn brought clarity and regret. Texts from Sean, I'm an idiot. Therapy tomorrow, solo. To unpack this. Calls from friends. Don't throw it away over paranoia. Cody's mom. Love's not perfect. Honey. It's choice. By noon, he returned, finding Sean on the balcony, eyes red-rimmed, a journal open, pages of scrawled fears. Afraid I'll lose him like I lost myself. The vulnerability slayed Cody. I'm sorry, he said, wrapping arms around from behind. For doubting. Sean turned, tears tracking. No, my fault. But I choose us. Always. They canceled the extravaganza, eloping instead. City Hall. Witnesses their moms. Rings exchanged under autumn leaves in the park. Vows simple. I see you. Flaws and fire. I stay. The kiss sealed it. Paparazzi be damned. Honeymoon in Maine. Cabins by crashing waves. No signals. Just them. Days blurred. Hikes through fiery foliage. Nights of stories by firelight. Sean's head in Cody's lap as he admitted boyhood crushes buried under football scholarships and boardroom climbs. "You freed me," he said, voice thick. Cody shared too. Foster kid scars. The ache for belonging. Love wove deeper. Roots in honesty. Back in the city. Life settled. Cody's consultancy thriving. Sean's firm reformed with ethics audits. But conflict brewed external now, Elena's appeal. Dragging up old wounds. Demanding alimony hike citing emotional distress from his perversion. Court loomed. A circus. Testimonies dragged. Elena tearful on stand. Painting Sean as monster. Cody as homewrecker. He preyed on vulnerability, she sobbed. Eyes on Cody like daggers. Cody's turn gutted him. Cross-examined on their first night. Intimacy twisted to predation. "Did he coerce you?" her lawyer pressed. "No," Cody said firmly, meeting Sean's gaze across the room. "He awakened me. The judge ruled fair. Settlement upheld. Appeal denied." Victory tasted bittersweet. Elena's glare as she left a vow of endless war. Outside, rain fell again, that fateful patter. Sean pulled Cody under an awning, kissing him fierce. "We won." "Not yet," Cody replied, smiling through wet lashes. "The real fight's living it." Winter's grip tightened. Holidays a whirlwind of blended families. Sean's kids, wary teens from the marriage, thawing slow over eggnog and Sean's awkward dad jokes. "Your dad's cool," his daughter whispered to Cody one night, passing the mashed potatoes. "Like, really sees you." The words mended something in Cody, a bridge to the family he'd craved. But peace was fleeting. New Year's Eve brought the call. Elena, slurring from a gala, voicemail venom, "Enjoy your fairy tale." "I'll bury you both." Sean deleted it, but Cody heard the echo, paranoia resurfacing like frost. January thawed revelations. Sorting merger files in the home office, Cody unearthed a locked drawer. Curiosity pried it with a paperclip. Inside, letters, faded, addressed to S from a man named Alex, dated 15 years back. Passionate scrawls. "You promised forever," then chose her facade. Heartbreak in ink. A ghost from Sean's closet. Confrontation brewed over dinner. Candlelight flickering like accusations. "Alex." Cody slid a letter across the table, voice even. "Before Elena?" Sean froze. Fork midway. Color drained. "How?" "Doesn't matter." "Who was he?" Sean set down his utensils, exhaling long. "College. First love. Real. Reckless. I bailed when Dad's expectations hit. Family legacy. Straight arrow path. Eyes distant. Pain raw. Broke him. Broke me." Cody's chest ached, empathy warring with hurt. "And me? Am I the redo? Fixing old ghosts?" "No." Sean stood, pacing to the window, city lights reflecting turmoil. "You're the truth." Alex was youth's fire. You're home. The honesty disarmed, but scars lingered. "Why hide it? We share everything." "Fear," Sean admitted, turning, vulnerability stark. "Of dragging you into my failures." "But no more." He pulled a box from the shelf, letters, photos, a worn journal. "Burn it with me. End the chapter." They did. Balcony fire pit crackling, ashes swirling into the night. "To new beginnings," Cody toasted, kissing Sean's temple, the act cathartic. Spring bloomed hope, joint therapy, unpacking layers, Sean's internalized shame from conservative roots, Cody's abandonment fears. Sessions ended in coffee shop debriefs, laughter lightning loads. "We're good at this," Sean said one afternoon, hands squeezing Cody's over lattes. Team Whitaker Reynolds. Career synced too. Cody's firm partnered with Sean's on green initiatives, boardrooms buzzing with their synergy. Accolades flowed, Forbes feature, power couple redefines Wall Street ethics. Pride swelled, but so did pressure. Events where hands stayed chased for optics, whispers of token diversity higher stinging. Climax brewed in June, heat mirroring tempers. Elena's final gambit, custody petition revival, alleging Sean's lifestyle endangered the kids. Emergency hearing yanked them to court, kids' teary faces across the aisle gutting Sean. "Your Honor," Elena's lawyer intoned, "Mr. Whitaker's recent marriage to his employee, its instability. The children need stability." Cody's testimony burned. Love doesn't destabilize, it grounds. But Sean's turn shattered, voice breaking on memories of his own father's rejection when rumors surfaced. "I won't let them feel that," he vowed, eyes on his daughter clutching a teddy. "I'll shield them, like Cody shields me." The judge paused, then ruled, joint custody, therapy mandated. Elena stormed out, but her parting shot lingered. A leaked recording, Sean, years old, drunk. "Alex was a mistake. Men are weakness." Found by Cody in an anonymous tip email. It detonated. Alone in the car post-hearing, Cody played it, tears blurring the dash. Weakness. After vows, fires, fights, home confrontation. "Play it for yourself," Cody said, tossing his phone. Sean listened, face crumpling. "That was then lost. Ashamed. Before you showed me strength in vulnerability." Words. Sean. Always words. Cody paced, rage and sorrow colliding. "I poured everything, career, heart, and you?" Echoes of the past. Sean dropped to knees, grabbing Cody's hands. "Hear me now, you're my strength. My choice. If it's not enough." It wasn't. Cody wrenched free, grabbing keys. "I need out. For real." He fled to Jake's old friend. No strings, crashing on the couch, nights of what-ifs and whiskey. Sean's pursuit was relentless. Flowers at Jake's door, neutral. Daisies. Texts poetic. "You're the plot twist I never saw coming, but always needed." Jake advised, "Talk. Or lose." Weeks dragged. Cody adrift, consulting gigs drying, isolation creeping. A call from Sean's daughter. "Dad's a mess." Crying in his scotch. "Come back." The plea pierced. Cody returned, unannounced, finding Sean on the balcony, aged a decade, stubble silvering. "I sold shares," Sean said without preamble. Stepping back from CEO. "For us, for balance. Sacrifice. Tangible." Cody stepped close, tracing Sean's jaw. "Prove it. Every day." "I will," Sean vowed, pulling him into a kiss salt with tears. "You're not weakness. You're my everything." Reconciliation was raw, therapy intensified, boundaries redrawn, no work talk after 8, weekly us nights. Love matured, less fireworks, more hearth, cooking disasters laughed off, slow dances in the kitchen to Coltrane. Fall's harvest brought news. Cody pregnant? No surrogate talks. Dreams of family expanding. Our legacy, Sean said, hand on Cody's belly in imagination. But Elena's shadow lingered. Thanksgiving Eve. A package. Old photos. Alex's face circled. Note, history repeats. Panic surged Cody's. Irrational. But Sean met it head-on, calling her bluff with a restraining order. Climax crested that night. Storm raging. Why her hate? Cody demanded, pacing. Sean pulled him down. Calm anchor. Her cage. Not ours. They made love through thunder. Bodies a bulwark. Whispers drowning doubt. Winter wrapped them in quiet resolve. Holidays heartfelt. Kids baking gingerbread. Cody's mom toasting to chosen families. Laughter echoed. Mending fractures. Sean's arm around Cody's waist a constant now. Unapologetic. Spring unfurled renewal. Sean's sabbatical. Travels to Napa, vineyards golden. Tastings tipsy. Nights under stars where Sean proposed again. Playful. Renew vows? Can't get enough. Cody laughed yes. Sealing with wine-sweet kisses. Back home. Projects bloomed. Joint nonprofit for queer youth in finance. Cody leading workshops. Sean funding quietly. Success stories trickled. A teen's email. You too? Heroes. Tears shared. Pride mutual. Yet conflict simmered subtle. Sean's restlessness. Old habits itching. A conference in L.A. Solo. Networking, he said. Cody nodded trust. But nights alone bred ghosts. Jake's text. Spotted him at a bar with suits. Looked cozy. Paranoia peaked. Cody flew out. Unannounced. Heart hammer. Hotel bar. Sean laughing with colleagues. Arm around a young analyst, innocent. But optics screamed. What the hell? Cody burst. Voice slicing. Sean startled. Disentangling. Cody, surprise? Betrayal? Cody hissed. Storming to the elevator. Sean followed. Pleading in the hall. Nothing. Brainstorming over drinks. Like old times. But platonic. Old times, Cody echoed. Doors closing on his face. Hotel room solitude. Calls ignored. Flight home dawn. Confrontation airport lounge. Sean waiting. Eyes haunted. I get it. Patterns. But this? Growth hurts. Cody deflated. Jet-lagged truth hitting. Scared you'll slip. Sean knelt amid travelers. Voice low. I slip. You catch me. Or leave. Your power. The humility broke walls. Catch, Cody whispered. Helping him up. Kiss public. Defiant. Therapy postscript. Boundaries with teeth, counselor advised. They set them check-ins. No solo overnights. Love structure. Not cage. Summer solstice. Anniversary eve rooftop. That first storm's echo in light rain. Sean blindfolded Cody, leading to a setup string lights. Jazz trio. Table laden. Remember, he said, unveiling a plaque. Here, where we began. Cody's breath caught. Unveiling his gift. Adoption papers started. For a sibling set. Our family. Tears mingled. Dance in rain slow. Soaked. Souls aligned. To us, Sean toasted later. Rings clinking. Years folded, kids grew. Nonprofit soared. Scandals faded to footnotes. Betrayals, scars, stories at dinner. Remember when mom tried to torpedo us? Laughter, lessons. Old age crept gentle. Sean's silver full, Cody's laugh lines mapping joy. Rocking chairs on the porch, Hampton's now home, hands entwined, sunset painting gold. Best plot twist, Sean murmured, head on Cody's shoulder. You, Cody replied, kissing Temple. Inviting me for drinks, and in that humanistic close, love not flawless, but forged in fire. They watched stars emerge, life's drama resolved in quiet grace.